the FBI has now created what they're calling threat tags to monitor the harassment of educators across the country in accordance with the now famous memo issued by the Justice Department calling parents domestic terrorists. For more on this, let's bring in the president of Parents Defending Education, Nicole Neily. Nicole, so nice to have you on. Good morning.
Thank you for having me.
So there was an email from a whistleblower that was released yesterday. It was dated October 20th. It was by the House Judiciary Committee. Take us through what the email said and kind of what's going on here.
Sure. So this whistleblower document was released to House Judiciary, and it shows it's a joint memo between the Criminal Investigative Division and the Counterterrorism Division of the FBI. So it talks about how, as you said, they're creating this new threat tag, EDU officials, and it walks through the steps of what FBI officials should use to evaluate. First, they want to statistically collect this information, but then, talking through how we should analyze this. Is there a federal nexus of activity? What are there potential violations of federal law that could be charged? Things like that. And I mean, let's all think about that analogy that we hear about prosecutors playing a game, whether they could indict a ham sandwich. So to me, this is not a question of if parents who want to protest at school boards can be charged under federal law. It's a question of when.
Okay, so in your opinion, has Merrick Garland, somebody who was almost on the Supreme Court, has the DOJ been politicized?
I think absolutely.
And weaponized. I want to add weaponized.
Yes, politicized and weaponized. We're both right. Yes.
Okay, against parents across this country. This is continuing despite the elections we had 2 weeks ago yesterday.
Absolutely. I mean, yes, there are significant questions as to why this memo was sent, who sent it, and when. America First Legal sent a request to the Department of Justice's Inspector General saying, they have credible allegations from whistleblowers both within DOJ and the White House, alleging that this was ginned up because they were worried about parents who were rising up, that impacting elections. I mean, that in and of itself is terrifying. The fact that people who want to recognize their constitutional right to protest their government are a threat to an election. I mean, come on.
Yeah, you would think that after what happened, especially in the state of Virginia, where a Republican won the governorship for the first time in a long time, that this would be a wake-up call for Democrats and these woke school boards. This term EDU officials, what does that mean?
Sure. So every complaint that goes into every incident that goes into the FBI database, they tag it. And so they're going to start to statistically monitor the number of violations that come in. And you know what? We've seen this happen on college campuses through biased response portals, where once we start to statistically compile it, then we start to see mission creep, because the incidents of hate and bias on college campuses now are not what they were in, let's say, like the 80s or 90s, where there were significant racial incidents. Now we have people reporting things that are their hurt feelings. And now, I mean, think about that NSBA letter. Of the 20-some instances that were cited, some of those were parents that showed up and were booing. And so I think what we're going to see is we're going to start to see school board officials incentivized to say, my feelings were hurt, I felt threatened, not a legal standard. And that's a very concerning creep.
Okay, so the Department of Justice agrees with that original school board memo that called parents across this country domestic terrorists. We've got hugely consequential midterm elections coming up in less than 12 months. What would you say to a parent at home watching right now?
Do not be chilled and do not be scared. That is what they want. They want you to sit down. They want you to shut up. They do not want you to be involved in this process. We tell people, don't be afraid. This is your right, and your children are your most important asset. I mean, this is your child. So please don't be scared. And if you are scared, come to us, because we will be the ones, who will take the slings and arrows. We get anonymous complaints all the time, and we are the ones that publicize those, because these stories need to be told.
All right. Nicole Neily, we appreciate you telling part of that story with us this morning. Come back and see us. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hey, I'm Rob Finnerty. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please join the conversation in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, too. Hit the bell icon to be alerted to breaking news. And remember, there's a whole lot more on Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news network. Newsmax TV, we're real news for real people.